Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are doing well. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic Wednesday, wherever you are around the world. And yes, it is semi-final day. The Reds are in, of course, the Carabao Cup semi-final, first leg. Very much, I think all of us would prefer it to be a normal leg because, again, who likes two legs? Unless it's the Champions League, realistically. But yes, the Reds are in a cup semi-final yet again. Hopefully, we can get to the final, but of course, it's going to be a very, very tough ask tonight because, of course, there's a lot of injuries for the football club at the minute. And yeah, fingers crossed. Liverpool can get the job done tonight before, and we can go then into the second leg a bit relaxed. But again, look, any win, any advantage going into the second leg, I'd be more than happy with tonight anyway. But we are going to discuss before we do talk about the actual football. We're going to talk about the other news, and that is, of course, transfer news. And of course, we're going to discuss Fabio Carvalho completing his move to Hull today on season-long loan. We're going to discuss that in a moment. We're also going to discuss Trent's injury, of course, as you guys would have known yesterday. Trent is out for 3 weeks with, I think, a tear in his knee. So, again, not the best news for Liverpool after that Arsenal game. But yes, Trent is out of tonight's game and, of course, is out for the next 3 weeks as well, which is a massive blow for Liverpool. And Liverpool are reportedly interested in calling back Calvin Ramsey for right back cover. We're going to discuss all that in a brief moment as well. But again, let me know all of you are in the chat as well. Hopefully everyone is doing a-okay as well. But evening, mate. Hope you're well. Ideally, we get the job done tonight. Yeah, hopefully, cross fingers crossed. Again, that's the dream, isn't it? Is to get the job done tonight. But again, looking at Chelsea last night, Liverpool could potentially be facing Middlesbrough in the final, not Chelsea, if we get the job done tonight. So again, well, I say tonight over the two legs. So again, but it won't be easy. Look at the Premier League game between Liverpool and Fulham. What a game that was. And if it is a 4-3, again, that puts massive pressure on Liverpool, and of course, for the second leg. At Fulham anyway, but we'd preferred it at Fulham in the first leg, but I get a feeling Fulham will set out to stay in the game. Yeah, 100%. I fully expect Fulham to sit back tonight and hit Liverpool on the counter attack potentially, which is Liverpool's kryptonite most nights anyway. But yes, Condog, evening, Tom. Hopefully doing well, mate. Probably be speaking to you after the stream now. But good seeing you, Tom. Trent injury more massive loss than Endo and Salah in my opinion. But we're top of the league with injuries we had so far. We should be fine in games Trent is missing. Yeah, again, we'll talk about it in a minute, but I think he misses obviously both legs in this. I think he misses Bournemouth, and that's it. Is it, chat? Again, I think, does he miss Chelsea as well in that, which again is not ideal in that sense. Neither. We'll take a look in a moment anyway. But going with the news, of course, and going with the transfer news, let's talk then about Fabio Carvalho's move to Hull. Of course, yeah, obviously being recalled earlier on in the month, of course, from RB Leipzig, now has officially moved to Hull, which, in my opinion, is a very, very good move for him. Look, there was many of a Premier League club interested. I think, Fulham were interested. Obviously, the higher up of the Championship were very interested. I believe Leeds, Leicester, just to go off, a few names. But is Hull where he's most likely going to get game time? Yes, I would say so. Obviously, we know that Tyler Morton is currently out at Hull at the minute, and obviously Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp probably would have spoken to Tyler Morton and asked around the situation around Hull. And look, I hope Fabio Carvalho finally gets 6 months worth of football, because when he joined the club, again, was not the PFA, but he was the Championship Young Player of the season in that season for Fulham. Him and Mitrovic, the combination between them two was outstanding. And I think all of us, when Liverpool did sign him, thought that we had a really special player on our hands, me especially. And I hope he goes to Hull and absolutely becomes the best midfielder or best attacker, or number 10, I should say, in the Championship for the next 6 months. Because, again, I hope that he gets regular game time. I hope that he's going to be, the player that we all saw back 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago now, as well. And hopefully we see that now at Hull. And fingers crossed, he comes back in 6 months' time, probably reevaluate, what is next for Fabio Carvalho, see, if he's going to become a member in this Liverpool squad. And I hope he does. But we will just have to wait and see. And I hope Fabio Carvalho all the best in his loan move to Hull, because, like I said, hopefully, fingers crossed, we get some, get a good look of him now compared to his RB Leipzig move, because that wasn't too good. But yeah, Fabio Carvalho to Hull is a here we go, and it is a good move, I would say, for sure. Anyway, but let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below as well. I do think it is a good move for him, and I hope that, again, there is a clear indication or a clear move in that sense as well. But I thought he was going to miss Chelsea too, but he wants to be back for that. Oh, there we go then. So happy days when it comes to Trent. Carvalho clearly not a Klopp signing, was a pointless signing in the end. Hopefully we get rid of permanently in the summer. Got attitude problems, but good signing for, as I took the comment off, for Hull. He'll rip it up for Fulham. Rip it up for Fulham in the Championship. Yeah, exactly. And that's what we need to see, though, Chris, as well. And again, you look at his Leipzig career, like, again, what was it, 156 minutes I think he played in all competitions, which again is not good enough. And I've said this the last couple of weeks as well. Sorry, chat, I've got hiccups as well. Liverpool's loan moves recently haven't worked out too good. Obviously, I know Owen Beck coming back, that's a bit different. Now, I thought Owen Beck didn't have a good time in Aberdeen, but apparently he was really, really good. But, Reece Williams, not very good. Nat Phillips, not very good. When you do look at Liverpool's strategic ways over the last couple of weeks, a couple of windows, I should say, in terms of loan deals, it's not been very good in that sense, neither. But we'll have to wait and see either way. But I thought he'd be special, but did say strange signing at the same time. He's not number 10, well, he is a number 10, but not in our system, which again is a shame, because again, I very much rate Fabio Carvalho, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think he could do really, really good, but again, it's that thing, and I'm surprised a little bit that Fulham didn't push a bit more for him, considering they didn't really want to get rid of him at the same time. But again, look, at the end of the day, it could very well be that Hull is the correct move for him. Maybe Hull get a promotion spot. I think they're 7th at the minute in the Championship. And again, hopefully they get, maybe a Premier League move in there, and then, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the summer. But big 6 months, I think, for Fabio Carvalho, realistically, because again, if the Hull move doesn't work out, then I think there's more questions on himself than there is Liverpool. In that sense as well. But pick up Jade as well, hopefully doing well, saying it's worrying. It worries me. We only have 7 fit defenders in the whole squad. I just hope whatever team we put out is enough to beat Fulham. Fingers crossed. Again, everyone will go on about defenders and transfer window, and I agree in some sense, because if we get one more injury to a centre back or even Joe Gomez, it's not looking good. It's really, really not looking good. Shocked Wolves didn't get him. They love Portugal. True. It is very, very true. Again, I don't think there would have been I just don't think there would have been any room for him at Wolves, if I'm being honest. Again, might have got the odd game or two, but starting week in, week out, first name on the team sheet, I'm not so sure. But I would have liked to seen him, because again, you would have kept probably more eyes on him in that sense as well anyway. But again, Wolves probably have, I'm just trying to think of their midfield at the minute. It's not, not great, is it? Attacking midfield wise anyway. But what else do we have? I want Gomez to get his first goal. He deserves it after the performances he's been putting in. Hopefully, he will do. That's probably the one goal, isn't it? Even as a penalty, get Joe Gomez his first Liverpool goal in his career. That'll be perfect in that sense, anyway. But keeping with the news, then we'll get on to the Fulham preview in a moment. But obviously, speaking on the Trent injury as well, which wasn't great news yesterday. Again, could have been a lot worse. Again, knowing that he played 35 minutes with the injury against Arsenal probably didn't help it. Let's be perfectly honest. But again, being out for a couple of weeks isn't the best news, but it isn't, it's not the worst news, but it isn't great, is it realistically, Chad? Because it could have been a lot worse considering it's I think a grade 1 tear in his knee, which again, like, it could have been grade 2 or grade 3, which, again, if it's grade 3, it's end of the season for Trent anyway. But again, 3 weeks, fingers crossed, we get Trent back to being fully fit. But the big news coming out of the injury is, of course, Calvin Ramsey. Now, David Lynch of This Is Anfield came out and reported saying that Liverpool are in talks with Preston North End over permanently ending Calvin Ramsey's loan spell. Has played just 2 games this season due to injury, which again, it's not the best of news in that sense neither, because again, he has been injured for a little bit, but still, it looks like the Liverpool might be bringing back obviously the loan options, because Liverpool are very, very lacking in those positions at the moment. And of course, with the January transfer window, with players coming back towards the end of the window, I could very well see Liverpool, of course, bringing back Owen Beck, bringing back Calvin Ramsey, and just bringing them back for now to then let them go towards the end of the transfer window, or letting them go to, right on deadline day, potentially, when you've got then the options of, Trent is back fully fit. You've then got Joe Gomez, who can, deputise for that position. Robbo back, Costas back. They're meant to be back late January, beginning of February time as well. So there is options there for Liverpool, but as of, when you look at as of tonight, Liverpool's mid defense is pretty much set in stone because of the injuries that we have. And it would just be good just to have cover there. Look, Calvin Ramsey can go back on loan to Preston, or maybe another club might come in for him on deadline day. I think that's the only option for Liverpool to do. Again, people will say, "Oh, we'll sign a left back or sign a right back." You could go on and do that, but in about 3 weeks' time, they won't be needed, because we'll have our first team right back, we'll have our first team left back, and that's the problem at the minute the Liverpool find themselves in. And the players that probably Liverpool want, either not for sale at the present moment in time, which, even if they was to be on sale, it might even cost 60, 70, 80 million pounds, when they're not realistically worth that. And that's the problem Liverpool have at the moment. And it always tends to be the case, apart from a Lucho or a Cody Gakpo, and you can get a deal done straight away in the window. More so Cody Gakpo, because of course we got Lucho, I think the day before transfer deadline day, back in the 21-22 season. But that's the hopeful dream, where Liverpool can just, automatically get a deal done. And those are the signings we like, chat, isn't it? Like, look at Dominic Szoboszlai in the summer. That was pretty much a done deal, in a matter of minutes, or matter of days, I should say, realistically. No problems, no fusses, not like, for example, like Jude Bellingham throughout the summer, and was it even Maka to some extent, when we all knew he was going to be joining Liverpool, but it was dragged on a little bit. And yeah, that's the thing, where Liverpool, it would be better to bring him back for now, and then reassess then with a week to go in the transfer window, and to see what can happen. Anyway, but that's what I'm going to say with the news anyway. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments if you are watching live or watching a bit earlier. Let me know with that, because again, it could be that Liverpool might do something special, they might not do something special, who knows, in that sense anyway. But let me quickly, apologies if you can hear beeping as well. Be that way. Again, some reason my nan's doing me head in today anyway. But if we quickly speak about the preview, because of course Liverpool are in a semi-final, chap. So Liverpool Fulham, is it going to be an easy game? No, of course it's not. It's a bloody semi-final. But what Liverpool do have is the advantage tonight, and that is Anfield. Now, of course, there's rumours going around that something's wrong with the stand. New stand again. I'm not too sure about that at the moment, but still, you're hoping tonight will be a banging atmosphere. You hope that the crowd will get on side. But when you do look at the last game as well, it wasn't so easy. It wasn't like if Liverpool, steamrolled the, Fulham in the league 4-3. We managed to win the game because of Trent Alexander-Arnold. And if that happens again tonight, Liverpool might be a bit in trouble because, again, our most creative front in terms of Trent, Salah, Robbo and Szoboszlai, none of them are, which is not the best. It's really not the best in that sense neither. But again, what would be everyone's teams as well? Let me know yours in the chat down below, because I think it's pretty much set in stone, Liverpool's team. I'm not even going to lie with that neither. I think Liverpool's team is very much set in stone and could very well be, as basic as I think what everyone thinks it could be as well. But again, let me know your starting 11s in the comments as well. But evening, Bob. Hopefully doing well, mate. I have to whisper now because somebody jumps out my door. But hello, mate, as well. Big up, Bob. Hopefully doing well, mate. I noticed how much we missed Endo against Arsenal. Can't wait till he's back. Same. Very underrated, I want to say, Wataru Endo. I think he's very much, again, we've seen him, at his worst. I think it was in Newcastle earlier on in the season where we watched him and he wasn't the best, and then struggled for a few games and so on. But you'd hope as well that, fingers crossed, he can be the 6 for when he comes back. Maka's then allowed to go on the left hand side and so on as well. That's what I hope for anyway. But what else do we have? Alisson, Bradley, Kanate, Van Dijk, Gomez, Maka, Jones, Gravenberch, Jota, Darwin and Diaz. That would be my team as well. I think that's pretty much probably Harvey Elliott though as well, Bob. I'm trying to think who you could replace for there. Probably Curtis Jones on the left, Harvey on the right. Let me go with Jade's team. Keller, Bradley, VVD, Kanate, Gomez, Jones, Elliott, Gravenberch. So no Maka for Jade. Nunes, Jota, Diaz. That's my team. Well, Maka's out to Jade's team. For me personally, I would go the same as that, but I'd go Maka, Jones, Elliott. That would be my midfield 3. And then you've got Gravenberch and you've got Gakpo to come on as well. I think you probably go, Darwin up top, Jota on the left, Lucho on the right. I think that's probably the most balanced 3 I think you could probably get. I'm just trying to think. Could you do? Yeah, Liverpool could go 4-2-3-1 as well. You could go Maka and Jones, or you could go Jones and Elliott potentially. But then it's not really cover then really, is it, for the defensive option? Neither. But we'll have to wait and see. But I like the teams, guys. It was close to Mac and Gakpo to come in. Yeah, exactly. I think. I was thinking about this earlier on, though, that it could be Jota that might miss out for impact reasons. Because if we don't, you look at the bench tonight, we're all saying that the first starting 11 is pretty much, what it should be. The the bench is going to be so bad as well. It's not going to be great. That's not hide that fact neither. It's not going to be, it's not going to have Mo Salah and Jota and Diaz and so on the bench, for example. You're going to have pretty much kids on the bench for Liverpool tonight, and it's not going to be great in many sense if things start to go wrong. But then look at the Arsenal game. Look at Connor Bradley coming on, Bobby Clark as well. Bobby Clark will probably make an appearance tonight as well at some point for us. So there's plenty of options there. But if we can make a gem happen all of a sudden, then that would be perfect for Liverpool, of course, anyway. But you look at Fulham, of course, I think Fulham's only concerns, I think, is Adama Traore. I think he's the only one that's out injured at the moment. I could be wrong, though. Let me just double check with that. Adama Traore, is he on the list? He is on the list. Adama Traore with a hamstring injury is a doubt for the game. So Fulham, of course, obviously not doing the best in the Premier League. I think they're currently 13th. Yep, the 13th currently in the Premier League. So a mixed bag, then I would say, at the minute. But to be fair, you look at I'm looking at their last team now, Mitrovic. That was a big blow for them in the summer, not replacing his goals. Obviously, Jimenez, I think he's got around, 5 or 6 goals, in the league for Fulham this season. Obviously, the main one on Liverpool side of things, looking at Fulham's team, is obviously Anthony Robinson. I think obviously Klopp will be looking at him tonight again. Obviously, it's a mixture between him and Aiton Ori potentially for Liverpool in the summer. It could be, it could be the fact that Liverpool might go for him in the summer, but we'll have to wait and see in that sense as well. But it's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be, Fulham are a very difficult team to break down, and then as we saw in the Premier League, like Liverpool, we struggled at times a little bit, and when we went 3-2 down, that was when Liverpool woke up. It wasn't when it was 2-1, 2-1 or 2-2. It was when Fulham were winning. So, but I don't want Liverpool to be like that tonight. I want Liverpool to be on it from minute one. Obviously, Virgil's back, which is great news for us as well. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, Liverpool do get the job done. I'm hoping for a 2-0 win. That's what I'm going to go for. Get your predictions in the chat as well. But for me, I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool. I think who's going to get the goals? I think Diogo Jota is going to get the goals, and I think Darwin Nunez to get a goal, which it won't happen now. Now I've said it out loud, it won't happen. I've said it the last 3 weeks, and it hasn't happened since the Burnley game, which, look, at the end of the day, is annoying. It's a bit annoying, but I'm gonna go 2-0. Fingers crossed. Anyway, but let me know predictions chat as well in the comments. What else do we have? Chilled saying yes, 2-0 would be nice. Fingers crossed, isn't it? It could be a lot worse. Hopefully, not 2-0 to Fulham, because then that's a even tougher task in that sense as well. Guessing that if we play attacking football, we should start Jones, Gravenberch, and Gakpo in the midfield. I didn't even think about that midfield three. Would you start in a 2 or 3? I probably go 3, wouldn't I? Probably, we wouldn't go 4-2-3. I wouldn't change things, to be fair. I'll say 2-1 win for us. Could be 1-1. Could be. Be surprised. I don't see anything but a Liverpool win. But the problem is it going to be like a 2-0, 2-1, or is Liverpool just going to go attacking tonight and just not think about defending? That's the problem that I have tonight, is because we've got the injuries, and we know Liverpool's qualities going forwards. Again, even though we don't have Trent, we don't have Mo and Dominic Szoboszlai being the creative forces that they are, we know Liverpool going forward are still a very good attacking team without those 3 players in particular. And could Liverpool just go, oh, bugger it, we're just gonna, you score two, we're gonna score five, like that mentality tonight. But like I said, any type of advantage tonight would be perfect for Liverpool, 100%. And that's the main thing. Again, like I was speaking to a few people yesterday, and we were going on about. We were watching the Middlesbrough game. Obviously, I think it was me, Tom, and Scalzi, one of our friends, and Scalzi thought it was just one leg game for Middlesbrough to beat Chelsea. And I think the League Cup, it should be just a semi-final. I don't think it should be two legs. I've always thought that it's a bit weird that there is two legs in the League Cup semi-final, because you look at the FA Cup. The FA Cup's not got two legs. It's one game at Wembley, or this, that, and the other. Like, for example, like, why isn't the League Cup semi-final at Wembley, but the FA Cup one is? Like, still a cup competition. It's not as prestigious, I don't think, as the FA Cup, but well, I say I don't think it isn't as prestigious as the FA Cup, but still, I think it's a cup. It's a cup semi-final, so it should be, at Wembley for me. But who knows? But we, again, apologies if you can hear beeping. Grandmother doing my head in. We've have qualities in defence and attack enough for a positive result. Absolutely, mate, 1000% agree. I'd be surprised if Liverpool didn't get a positive result tonight. For me, anyway. For sure. But again, get your comments in, guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Obviously, we spoke about obviously Fabio Carvalho as well at the start of the show. For me, good move for him. Obviously, Calvin Ramsey looks like he could be coming back as well from loan. That's also a good move, I think, from Liverpool, because again, could ship him out again at the end of the month, for sure. But we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But I would like to see some of the kids tonight in the second half. Hopefully, yeah. I think obviously we'll see Connor Bradley starting, because we have no other right back at the minute at the club. So yeah, Connor Bradley would definitely start right back. Maybe Bobby Clark in the six, or no, not even in the six, in one of the eights. For Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott, it depends who starts, because we could probably see. We'll probably see, maybe Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott starting, and then Gravenberch and Bobby Clark comes on, similar to how they did in the FA Cup, which I think will probably be the best option to do tonight, as well, because the best thing for Liverpool tonight is the fact that you can go all out, because Liverpool don't play for another 11 days. Is it 10 or 11 days? I think it's 11 days. I think, yeah, it's 11 days that we don't play. And we play Bournemouth in a week and a half. So again, Liverpool have, they have time off then, in that sense, to, go and, whether or not, I don't know whether or not if we're going out to Dubai or anywhere like that. I think it's just going to be like a proper break for us anyway. But we'll just have to wait and see. But tell you what, Bean Starwin will score tonight. I bloody hope so, Gary. I do bloody hope so, for sure. And I've got him down to score. I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool. I said Jota, and I think Darwin will also score. I think that will be, hopefully, Liverpool taking a proper advantage going into the second leg, anyway. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. Again, obviously, match preview was meant to be last night. Apologies for that. Again, so I shipped it off to today, so I've literally just come in, and yeah, we're straight away doing this. So big up to everyone as well. We'll be back tonight with a post match after the game. Hopefully, I'm speaking and talking about Liverpool winning a game of football and not losing. But again, any positive result, I'll take it tonight, considering the injuries that we have, considering the position that we're in as well at the moment. Liverpool could be facing Middlesbrough in a League Cup final, potentially, if the way things go in 2 weeks' time as well. So, but the main important thing, get the job done tonight. Fingers crossed. Again, positive result, no injuries as well. That's the main focus, and then the concerning part as well. But 6-2 Liverpool corner. Love it, Gary. Take the 2 off, Gary. Do it 6-0. Anyway, but no, I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool for me. Anyway, but if you're new around here, hit that like button, guys. Very much appreciated as always. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well if you're new. Of course, like I said, we're going to be live tonight, straight after the game, for the post match. Fingers crossed, and yeah, fingers crossed as well. Liverpool do get the job done, but most importantly, no injuries, and then yeah, the result then will hopefully put the cherry on top. Fingers crossed anyway. But yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. Very much appreciated as always. Leave your score predictions, your starting line predictions in the comments down below. I'll try and get back to everyone if you're watching on the repeat as well. But until later on, guys, I've been calling it from the COP Council. I'll see you guys later on. Ta-ra.